Let's prepare on the bolted connections. So in the previous class we already saw about the rivet connection. So this is also another type of connection, that is bolt connection. Many specifications and the components that we are going to study will be very similar with the rivet. So just you compare both the things and study, so it will be easier for you. Okay, the first, let us see the classification. The first is based on the type of the resultant force transferred. So if the resultant force transfers in the tension and the compression member, means we call it as concentric connection, and if it transfers in the reaction transferring brackets, that means beam to column, like that the connection is done, means it is called as eccentric connection. The second thing is based on the type of the force experienced by it. So as we know, shear tension and combined shear and tension. So these are the three types of classification based on the force experienced. The third type is based on the force transfer mechanism. So how the force is transferred. So it can be transferred by bearing type. So bearing type means when the bolts bear against the holes to transfer the force, means bearing action will be happening. If the force transfer between the plates due to the clamping force between two plates, means we call that as friction. No? So it is friction type mechanism. So these are the classifications. The next is the types. So types here is only two types. One is black bolts or unfinished bolts, and the next one is high strength friction grip bolts. So these first type bolts are not recommended nowadays. The second high strength friction grip bolts only is used for the construction purpose, and also mainly for the high raised buildings and bridges and all. We will definitely use this high strength friction grip bolts only. Then the types of the connections. So as we saw in the rivet, only the same thing, lap connection and butt connection. So as I told there, the lap is not preferred more because the couple is formed due to the center of gravity of the load is not same, because they are lapped together. So the center of gravity of both the plates will be different with respect to the bolts. So there is some couple developed and shears happen, so that always butt connection is more preferable than the lap connection. Next we are going to see the specifications. So as on the same rivet, the first here we are going to see is the diameter of the bolt holes, that is D naught, which is equal to D plus 1 mm for diameter 12 to 14 mm bolts. If the diameter of bolts is 16 to 24 mm, then D plus 2 mm, and if it is greater than or equal to 27 mm, means it is D plus 3 mm. The next thing is the pitch. So for pitch, we already know that it is the distance between the two bolts along the length of that plate. Okay, so that is only pitch, and here the pitch value is similar to the rivet value only, because these both bolt and rivet will be having a same value of pitch, so you can study that itself. Okay, there will be studying minimum pitch of 2.5 diameter, and the maximum pitch will be having various categories. So study those things for rivet also, for bolt also. And then the third one is gauge. So gauge, we already know that it is the distance, center center distance of the bolts measured along the width. Okay, so here the maximum gauge distance should be 100 plus 40 or 200 mm, whichever is lesser. And the fourth one is the edge distance. So this also we already saw, it is the distance between the edge and the center of the nearest hole. Okay, so here also it is the same as the rivet connections. There we studied minimum edge distance as 1.5 D for rolled machine flamed cut edge and 1.7 D for the sheared hand flame cut edges. The same thing is here, but the maximum edge distance alone differs here. So it should not exceed 12 TE, that is E is nothing but its root of 250 by Fy, and it's normally 40 mm plus 40, whereas in the rivet we will be studying 37 mm plus 40. Here it is 40 mm plus 40. The next thing we are going to study is the strength. So this is also somewhat will be similar to that. In there we will be studying the shearing strength, bearing strength and tearing strength of the plate. So 2 will be for bolt and 1 will be for plate we will be studying. But here we are going to study 3 strength for bolt and 1 strength for plate. Okay. So the first shear strength of bolt. So it is V NSB by gamma MB, which can be expanded as FUB by root 3 gamma MB into NN ANB plus NS ASB. Okay. So this is the main formula. So mostly these are not asked in the objective type questions, but the formula may be asked directly. So these are important to be known. Okay. So FUB is the ultimate tensile strength, and then gamma MB is a constant, so it is 1.25. Okay. So these two factors are okay. Then comes the NN, A and B and everything. So NN means it is the number of shear plates with threads intercepting the shear plane. Okay. So what does this means? If there is 2 plates are connected, for example, if 2 plates are connected by the lap joint using a bolt, so that means the bolt acts in one shear plane only. At one point only the shearing plane occurs due to that bolt. Okay. So that it should be equal to 1. NN we can take it as 1. So in this cases, in the question, if they are not giving anything, means you can directly take it as the threads intercept the shear plane, like that you can take it. Okay. But in some questions they will be mentioning that the threads are not intercepting the shear plane, like that they will be mentioning. If that is mentioned, means you should take N as 0 and NS you should take the number of bolts there. Okay. So when you are taking NN, this whole term will become 0. When you take NS, this whole term will become 0. Okay. So if in the question they are not giving anything, means you can directly take that, assume that it is intercepting the shear plane, and you can take the NN as the number of shear planes. Okay. And the next is A and B. So it is the net tensile area, that is 0.78 ASB. And ASB is the normal plane shank area of the bolt. It is nothing but pi d square by 4. So this is the formula. The next thing we are going to see is the bearing strength of the bolt. The previous thing is the shearing strength. Here it's the bearing strength of the bolt. It is V NPB by gamma MB. So it is expanded as 2.5 kb dt Fu by gamma MB. So here we already know FUN gamma MB, and D also we know, T also we know, it's thickness of the plate. So only KB is the different term used here. Okay. So this KB is nothing but it is the smaller of these 4 terms. So it is E by 3 D naught. D naught we know it is the diameter of the hole. E is nothing but the edge distance. And P by 3 D naught minus 0.25. So P is the pitch. FUB by FU and 1. So out of these 4, which is the smaller value we are getting, that only we should use it as KB. Okay, so this is a somewhat long process, like 10 mark questions or 5 mark question. So that mostly they'll be won't asking this in the objective questions. Okay, but knowing all these formula is important. And then this is the formula for the bearing strength of the bolt. And the next third one is the tensile strength of the bolt. It is nothing but 0.9 FUB A and B by gamma MB. So all the terms we know already. Okay. So out of these 3 strengths, that is shearing, bearing and tensile, which one is the smaller value? That value you should take it as the strength of that bolt. Okay. So this is the same thing we'll be doing in the rivet also. Out of the 2 things we will be taking the smaller value. No? So here it is out of 3 things we are taking the smaller value for the strength of the bolt. So now we will go for the strength of the plate. So this is the strength of the plate. That is only tensile strength of the plate. Okay. So the formula is 0.9 AN into FU by gamma M1. So here also all the factors we know already. So this AN is nothing but it is the net area. So AN should be equal to B minus N D naught. So B is the width and N is the number of poles, and D naught we know it's the diameter of the hole. So when applying this, you will get the tensile strength of the plate. So as in the rivet we will be doing, no, the strength of the connection will be smaller of the strength of the bolt and the strength of the plate. Okay, the similar thing is only used here also. The strength of the connection should be smaller of the strength of the bolt and the strength of the plate here. Okay, then the other two terms, number of bolts and the efficiency of joint, so these both are important. So this is the same formula that we will be studying there, no, the same thing only. The number of bolts is nothing but the axial load or the factored load divided by the strength of one bolt. Okay, so the load divided by the strength will give you number of bolts. And the efficiency of joint is nothing but it is the ratio of the design strength of connection to the design strength of solid plate. So this is also the same thing in the rivet. Into 100 you should multiply for the efficiency. So you just compare both every factors for both rivet and bolt, so that it will be easy for you to remember all the formulas. Thank you, and keep watching for the next lecture on the welded connections.